All right.
it's Corona life. I mean, it's like there was a Corona commercial. They have like little like change your latitude or something like that. Everyone's changing their latitude. Don't.
Oh yeah, like they say, the new normal. Yeah, it's definitely a transition and adjustment.
Yeah,
Think everything after this is gonna be so different.
yeah. Again, I'm sorry about earlier, but we're back now. So,
All right.
wait, we're gonna be live. Okay, we're live. All right.
Okay.
So that was a great poem that you did last time. I really appreciate it. So let's get right into talking about so we know each other from Pomona, from
Yeah.
Lights. So for those not familiar, tell them about Dim Lights and tell them about all the wondrous things of Dim Lights.
Oh, I was like brand spanking new to getting on open mics when I found out about Dim Lights. I was in grad school at Claremont Graduate University. It's like right up the street. And there was an event that they did for Martin Luther King Day. Best Kept had came up there, and JB and a couple other poets. I can't remember who, but he hosted a event at the school, and so that's where I kind of talked to him afterwards about where Dim Lights is at and when they operate or whatever. And then I came that next week and just fell in love. It was every Thursday night. It was like the place to be. It was always packed, and it was like you kind of reconnect with so many people that you would see through the week. But that's definitely where I started. I like to say now that Dim Lights and Lion Light kind of birthed me, and then Dallas has been raising me now in the poetry thing. So because I was only there for maybe like it was less than a year, maybe like 8 months or something before I moved to Dallas. So it wasn't even enough time to really make my mark, like I wanted to. I feel like I was kind of getting ready, get set, and I took off, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, clearly, because it's kind of funny because I remember you from like Dim Lights, and I remember you saying like always asking me and Dave, like, how do you get on the college? How you that? And
Mm-hmm.
it was cool because anyone asks, so tell them, well, we gotta do this.
Yeah.
You're like one of the only people that ever actually did it. Like afterwards.
Really?
Yeah. Me and Romero, we'll tell you. The people just won't do it.
Well, I mean, you have to think about, like, is that the avenue they want to go on? Is it that they want to, but they don't know how, or they don't really have the ambition to do it, or they want to stay in their scene? I mean, it's a different thing when you really start all that traveling.
Yeah.
It's taxing on you in your body, but it's definitely good making all those connections and meet new people, and
Yeah.
you continue. I don't take any opportunity lightly. Continue to be able to spread my art.
Yeah. So a lot of people will think about the idea of a touring poet, especially if people have what do you call it, a people have a kind of an idea that you know um somebody that going to see like Paris and New York and or even LA is a big city, but like the idea of like seeing all these wonderful places. But a lot of times you're ending like 50 miles outside of Minneapolis
That's still traveling. You're outside of your home. I've never been outside the country, though. So that's definitely on my little bucket list. Um, so I started touring colleges like what 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 2018, I think.
so
Uh, and most of my shows really come in the spring semester. I get a few in the fall too, but a lot of them are around Black History Month or MLK Day or Women's History Month events, or just whatever they want to call you out for. They have a spring fest or whatever. But yeah, I'm not like a full-time touring poet. I always wrestle with if I really do want to do that, because I feel like I could. I'm it's that fear, It's like if I quit my job and then really pursue this full time, then I feel like, because right now there's a lot of opportunities that I have to like turn down, because I don't have the time, or I'm using my vacation days and stuff sometimes, or it'll coincide with when I'm already off. Okay. It'll coincide when I'm already off of work for spring break or something like that, because I work at a college. So that helps me sometimes. But then I think about, it's a lot of stuff that I have to turn down now because of those time constraints. But then I'm thinking, if I really do pursue it full time, I feel like it'll be like that catch-22. Then like stuff won't come through. But that's just me talking myself out of stuff, like I do sometimes. The anxiety.
I mean, you're holding your job, and the fact that you are speaking at colleges puts you ahead of like 95% of people that attempt to do this stuff.
Yeah,
you're already, just the fact of the matter that you do like 4, 5, 6, 7 shows in the spring, that puts you in the top 5 percentile.
I don't want people to think that just comes to me. Like, people don't just like, oh, let me go find Alex the Great and then email me. Like, I literally have to put in work. I went through and made my little Excel spreadsheet and Google search like colleges in all 50 states and looked up info for staff in their multicultural centers, student activities offices, leadership offices, and some English departments, and if they had like poetry clubs on campus, and literally made this spreadsheet. There's probably like, I don't know how many contacts for all the states, and sit up there and email them every day. Just mail that shit.
And that's like the Romero school of keyboard worrying. I mean, I mean, that's how you do it. I mean,
those like thousands of emails come back with like 8 bookings, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah. It's hard work, but like I said, I appreciate every opportunity, as they come. But then once you go to the school, and like I said, you make those connections and you speak with the people, like the faculty to work there or whatever. And then once you leave, they're like, oh, so-and-so from this other department wants to bring you back, or we want to bring you back for a week residency next time. Or, when you go there, you really need to make it count, put your seal of approval on it, so that they want you back.
So what advice would you have? Okay, so you go to school. It's a wonderful show. You're very excited. The group of people who brought you are very excited to have you. They loved it. It was wonderful. You go home. You told it was gonna be 2 weeks. 2 weeks pass. It's not 3 weeks. It's 4 weeks. It's 5 weeks. What the natural inclination might be get mad at the group that brought you in, right?
Wait, that's 2 weeks until what? Like, you didn't
to get your paycheck. To get your check.
Oh, they didn't have your money?
Yeah.
Oh,
so what do you do? How do you handle that?
So you, first of all, you need to put it in writing. It's supposed to be in your contract before you even get there, that there's like a cancellation clause, and then everything. If you ain't got, it says in my contract that the payment is supposed to be delivered by company check on the day of the show, or no later than 30 days after. If they have it. So that is a little bit of leeway. The preference is definitely for them to have it when it, like, right after I finish speaking. But other than that, if it's beyond those 30 days that I outlined, then we got to talk. We got to talk lawyers and things.
What's the longest you ever had to wait for a check?
It wasn't that long. It was probably like a little bit over the 30 days, like maybe 5 days over it or something.
All right. Well, you definitely got that figured out. I mean, I need to learn from you. I mean, because
they're like taking like months.
You ever done a show at UCLA?
Oh yeah. Was it like a year or something almost later?
I heard Jessica Salgado didn't get paid for 4 months. I didn't get paid once for 5 months. I know most didn't get paid for about 5 months. There's all kinds of people. And you see, the thing, the point I was trying to get with this is that you cannot blame.
Maybe I'm super lucky, or I'm like very angry. I don't know if I'm intimidating, but I'm like, I want my money.
It sounds to me you put it in writing. I mean, that's
you gotta have it in writing.
In writing, yeah. but I just accept their contracts. But
once you put things in writing, it literally makes it legit. Like how they say you have to speak things into existence. So I was already putting things into my contract that I had never that I had never made concrete with my shows before then. Because I'm starting a new setting a precedent that I want things to go like this from now on. I learn from other people too. I hear from other people who they didn't have my money for 6 months, or I went here and they were supposed to have someone show me to the campus and no one showed up. Or I was supposed to, so you need to put all that in there. Are they gonna pay for your rental car, or who's picking you up? And you gotta lay all that out in writing before, and I'll tell them, I'm not comfortable getting on a plane and coming out there until you sign this contract. Like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not. It's not happening. They're like, we'll reimburse you for your show for your flight. And okay, that's fine, but just sign this contract and send it back to me. Then I'll buy the flight and you can reimburse me.
Yeah.
I'm not spending anything out of pocket without that.
Yeah. Well, see, my advice would be don't get mad at the student group because they're not the one. It's accounts payable, and it's not.
I understand that. It's not them.
Right. But you have even better advice than me, which is write your own damn contract.
But then sometimes it is them because you sit up here talking about, I didn't know it was this was the process. I was supposed to turn it in by Tuesdays, but but you should have known that before. If you turned it in already and the business office didn't handle it, then okay. But if y'all didn't even do the first step, okay, come on.
Yeah, exactly, and that's often the case. And the thing about
that's happened to me before, where it was a student group and they didn't even fill out the paperwork they were supposed to fill out for the business office or anything.
Yeah, and so it's a bureaucracy. So people should be aware that if you're gonna go out and get a college gig, and even if it's just to supplement your income, not even you're depending on, you should be aware that there's times.
Oh yeah. You may not get your money right then when you want it, and don't be upset about that, and don't, like you say, don't take it out on them. It's out of their hands.
Yeah,
I understand. It's steps to process with working with colleges.
Yeah. And also, if you want to maintain good relationships because they're the ones that bring you back, not accounts payable.
Oh yeah.
They're the ones that are. I mean, the accountants might like poetry or not, but they're not the ones making those decisions.
Yeah.
So what are
to come back?
So what are some of the more interesting places that you've with some campuses that you visited that left an impression?
Let's see. As far as the hospitality or the campus was so beautiful, or
it was really great experience.
Huh?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to keep it positive now because I know you. I don't want to be like, what was the worst? What was the
Let me see. Well, I went to Mankato, Minnesota State University, and they through the African American Affairs office. To do it was poetry performance for Black History event, and so it was just really really smooth working with them throughout the process. That was one of those places that I wasn't as comfortable with the contract and everything before, so I wasn't sure what was, I guess, what was laid out beforehand or what have you. So, I mean, I went, I booked my hotel, but they reimbursed it. So, the show was set up for a certain time, 6 or whatever time. I mean, so the campus was right across the street from the hotel. So I just started walking across the street. And so when I called him, was oh, I'm here. And he was like, you walked here? Why did you do that? Oh, I was about to send a student to come and get you. And then I was like, oh, I didn't know, whatever. But it was just he was really courteous and they was real polite the whole time. And it was rolling out the red carpet treatment. And, everybody it was just cool, working with them. The experience was real smooth. He had my check right when I got there. But for real though,
The car was at the airport. The check was in my hand.
he
That was good.
made out the check. He had a whole little
Hotel, yeah, no.
like a swag bag he gave me with college paraphernalia. I got like a big blanket and a bag and a tumbler and all this stuff with the college logo on it. So it was cool. It was nice.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So what's so you mentioned earlier the bucket list is to get out of the country to perform abroad.
Yeah.
So where's your dream? What's the dream country?
Like to perform.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go to Africa. I want to go to Kenya. I don't know. I just always felt like I just need to be in Kenya. I know right now with African Americans, Ghana is like the return of the homeland here. But it's just I don't know. It's really beautiful. I've done a lot of research on it, and I feel like it's a lot of. I've always felt like I wanted my words to outlive me in some ways, and as much as I continue to speak them and to speak them in different places and different avenues, then that would happen, with those connections that I continue to make.
Yeah. The interview the previously to this was actually with Devorah Major, who's the third poet laureate of San Francisco, and we actually had a very similar conversation about the idea of having our words live on, like that they're member. And then actually with Sonia Gutierrez, who teaches over in San Diego, we had the exact.
Yeah.
I've had this conversation almost 3 times today, wanting words to live beyond ourselves. Members of my audience have not yet born and will not be born for centuries.
Oh yeah, because we won't be here forever. This is temporary, but those words can live on. Just think about all the poets that you listened to when you were growing up or that you read from. I'm sorry, because that the oral tradition is actually really a big part of the culture, I guess, in storytelling and everything like that with in African culture. But I was just saying that I guess I was kind of digressing because I was like, think about all the poets that you listen to, but then I was like, spoken word kind of started as an art form, like a couple decades ago. But anyways, don't want to get too historical, but the Langston Hughes and the Nikki Giovanni's and the Sonia Sanchez and the everybody that that I read about and sometimes got chances to share space with, which was really great. Just think about how I would read about those people when I was younger, and like Maya Angelou's made her transition. Her words are going to live on for years and years beyond her.
So in this poetic journey that you've been on, who have you had the opportunity to share space with, share the stage with? Some of them, the older generations, the kind of living legends.
Oh my goodness. Who have I had opportunities to share space with?
Yeah, like the Sonia Sanchez's and all the people you're naming. Like, have you had a?
Well, when I mentioned those older poets, like I was like, face to face with them in conversation.
Yeah.
I didn't really get to like.
So who did you have a conversation with?
Perform with them, but I guess you said what?
Who did you have a conversation with?
Sonia Sanchez.
What was it like?
I was sitting here like this. Speechless. I can't remember my name. Yeah, I love her. She, like little bitty short little lady, but she's powerful, and I don't know. It just you knew that when you were standing there in that moment that was a moment not to be forgotten. You know, that was a moment in history for me. Yeah, she. What was it like? It was like, you know, it sounds cliche, but it was like being on cloud nine. I'm up in the heavens.
You remember what she said to you?
Don't remember what she said to me. Oh my God, this was so long ago, Matt. This was when I lived in Cali, probably a decade ago. No, I don't remember.
Yeah, because you were speechless. You're like, oh.
But I know she wrote it in her book for me, whenever she had told me. But no, I don't remember.
Yeah, no, but that's really, it's really wonderful when you get a chance to meet your heroes and they're not horrible. You know,
Oh
yeah.
my God, yeah. And then there's that. When that happens, it's like you just feel so disappointed. It's like this is like you built your expectations up. That's why I try not to have any expectations, because then you don't have any disappointments.
Yeah, that's true.
But you have to understand that people are people. They humans too. They could have been having a bad day or what have you, but still, it's like, you know, I dream my whole life about this, and take that back.
Oh man, oh, that's rough. So do you have another poem you can share with us?
Have another poem?
Yeah.
Sure. Black women don't know how to do nothing but make it. Ain't got no other choice but to be strong. So I do it time and time and time again. And ain't no other bit of I'm sorry if I could, or why don't you gonna put food on my table? So I hustle. Learn the value of $1 before I could even spend it. But you get news you were not expecting. And the bills stay overdue. And the phone keeps ringing. Everybody wants something. Too much take and not enough give when the test comes up positive. And his response was everything negative. He sold me false hopes and broken dreams of a happily ever after fairy tale that I bought foolishly. In fact, bet my last dollar on the possibility. So now I take this dust and dirt and lint and stress and I crafted into magic. See, what I was just fine being just me, just getting to know myself till you came along spilling all of your everything bad for me on my floor. I almost slipped and fell on your bullshit. I remember where I come from. Realized my mama used to keep the family, her house, and her mind together on her last strand of hope. Whisper the hallelujah to the Lord, just praying it'll reach him for her kids wake up. I ain't gonna say she wrote the book on struggle, but Lord knows if her story should have been copywritten. See my grandma work them holy hands in a straight miracle, and even now, my sister showed me that ain't no woman ever needed a man to be a queen. She just pick up her crown. I got some of that go on in my DNA. Healthy, but I just gotta make it in my bloodstream. Black women reign supreme over. Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. I got this. Never mind, be answering to everything like problem solver. The waymaker, Messiah, get shit done like, hey, excuse me, can you, will you, please, hey, always got all the answers. Can't afford to ask any questions. See, we always failing and crying, hurting publicly, and acceptance, forgiveness, and letting go, just be holding on. But we master survival so effortlessly. And who's to say where's the real strength? But I cradled the nape of my womb and I whispered, I got you. I didn't have the luxury of not being ready. I had 9 months to be selfish, got a lifetime to undo it. I got love to give. I'm surrounded by a village. I am blessed. Because you see, us Black women don't know how to do nothing but make it.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
You know, it's always you know, I'm not trying to like you know, because I don't like when it's done to me, right? But like when people who reach a certain level before you did, or before, you know, before like you, the abstract you, right? Like person A, person B, right? So
Okay,
person
yeah.
A is really, really good, and person B is just starting, and then person B gets, you know, raises up to the level, right? And person A always has this weird kind of like, you know, like, oh, you're all grown up now, you know, like, you know.
Yeah, be like that.
I want you to know, people do it to me too, right?
Baby, yeah.
Yeah. But it really is. I mean, you really have. I mean, you really. It's night and day between.
No, literally, I did. I tell people all the time that shit I was doing in Cali. No, Dr. Seuss shit. And like I said, it's no slight to Dr. Seuss, but this shit is for kindergartners. I was not doing it. I thought I was doing it though.
Yeah, it had a charm. It was like, like
I'm thinking back, like, damn, people was hella nice to me too. They was gassing me up.
yeah, man,
Horrible.
I would listen to your poetry in a box with a fox.
I eat green eggs and ham. I would write a poem with Sam I Am. Yeah.
Oh man,
it was so bad.
But it's really great. It's really great to see, like, like, wow, you're a whole different poet. You're a whole different poet now. That's just really amazing.
But you had to do it though. You had to do it to get that out. To shake that off,
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you didn't see me when I started. I'm shit, man. I was there for like 8 minutes with a fucking essay.
Oh my god! An excerpt, a blog entry or something.
Yeah, a blog entry with like footnotes and citations.
Essay.
So
it's so good to look back like that. If you can't look back and say that you really grown, then what were you doing for all that time? You wasted like all the years.
All those years. It's really so great. It's really great to catch up with you. It really, really is. And
yeah, so you was asking me what heroes I've been on stage with. No other like big writers, but other like I guess important figures like Jesse Jackson.
Holy crap.
Let me see. I don't know if you know the actress Irma P. Hall.
Well, I probably recognize like the
Soul Food, Big Mama from Soul Food.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
A lot of other movies, but yeah, that's probably where a lot of people know her. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, R&B singer. His name is Noel Gourdin. He got a couple albums on Billboard charts. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
that's my little thing.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, what people need to know though is that like the life of a traveling poet means that one day you're you're on a big stage and you're opening up, and I guess for Jesse Jackson, and the next day you're at a Pizza Hut.
Hey, look, trying to buy some Pizza Hut, trying to scratch your $10. The bus open this piggy bank. It was all a dream up in this. Yeah. I know all about it. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know but I want the people out there in Facebook land to.
Yeah, you ain't always on top, and it ain't even about. I mean, I ain't always been the best with my money, but it ain't even about that because I'm better now. But it's not like, oh, I had it and I fucked it off. It's like, no, it just don't always be like that. You could be in front of, like you said, 3,000 people, and then go somewhere and it's 3 people out there. But the thing is, you give the crowd of 500 the same show you give the 5 people.
Yeah. But the way things work on the call sheet, for those who don't know, you could be in front of 500 people and get paid $150, and you can be in front of like 5 and be paid $2,500. I mean, it's all about the contract. And
yeah, with the college circuit, it don't matter how many in the audience. Your check is in the mail regardless.
Yeah. So I mean, it goes both ways though. I mean, you could be like up there for an hour and a half, and if you agree to do that for $50, that's that. And and there's like you can be there an hour and a half in front of like.
I'm a big proponent of having contracts like on the open mic scene too, though. Like, I don't see what's wrong with that. No, for real. Lay out the terms. Y'all want me up there for 15-minute feature for my $50 or whatever. You can even write in there a tip bucket will be passed around. It's not gonna say how much is in the tip, but a tip bucket will be passed. But we need to lay that out because I done got fucked over on some shows. Drove all the way to New Orleans. And let me see what happened. Drove all the way to New Orleans, had the show set up and everything. That was before I said I'm having contracts to everything I do. But I had set up the show with this dude or whatever months before. Got down there. It was because I had a show on Tuesday, and then that next show was supposed to be Thursday night. And so I was staying there for those 3 days in the hotel. So that Wednesday night, I'm scrolling through Facebook, la-di-da-di-da, and I see the guy posting a flyer about the show with Talon Macy on the flyer featuring. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? It didn't have my name or nothing. Like, it wasn't like two figures. No. It wasn't like a guest spotlight. It didn't have me at all. So I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm tripping, yo. I'm tripping. I'm going looking through my emails like, I know we said, what the fuck? And he was like, oh man, I forgot, my bad. No, it ain't no my bad. I drove fucking 9 hours. What the hell? That's not a my bad type of situation. Dude, that's the type of situation where we gotta go outside and fight, like real talk. No, for real. You can have your contracts. You have your contracts in place. And I don't care what you're doing. If you're going to the coffee shop. If y'all
I got this image of you like going through the Starbucks coffee drive-through with a contract in hand.
No, you.
I got my $5 on my contract.
You email it to them beforehand. You don't go up there the day of. If you don't sign my contract, you don't get these poems. Okay?
Yeah.
That's I ain't playing. You think this is a game. That dude, that was the first and last time I got fucked over by that dude.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. And you know, I feel bad. I feel like, I should have I should have Facebook messaged you with a contract. Like, I won't hop off.
Oh yeah, I forgot to. Yeah. But that's the thing. Even if it's something where you're not necessarily getting paid, if y'all laid out the stipulation, that means you took my time. You took this time block and set this up with me for something I could have been doing with somebody else. But if we set this up, then no, we need to lay out the terms, and you need to agree to it.
Well, I hope I've made amends. No,
it's all good. It's all good. I ain't tripping.
All right, cool.
We having fun.
Yeah.
Who's on here? I can't see on here. How y'all doing?
How they doing? I don't know.
They can't talk back.
They can type. I always put like ask questions. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So. I don't know, but I really appreciate it. You're real cool about it. But I think there's some people more sensitive. But I think as people who kind of do things on the college circuit and kind of understand that oh shit, it's a college.
Yeah, and it's like those things don't just like come up. It's not like, oh, we can get you next week. No, you just like fucked off that whole relationship if you just you can't just not show up.
Yeah, and it's not like checking out of you're the assistant manager at Walgreens or something like that, and you get the other manager where it's you. It's not
Yeah, like somebody can just come in your place to substitute, call in for that day. No, they ask for you. They need you.
Yeah. No, that's hard. And no, it's good to reconnect, and it's really good to see that you've been able to do these things for yourself. I mean, like that's really, those are always the people I'm most interested in working with. The people that always just, it's messed up because it's always I'm interested in working with people who don't need me. but the reason is because if they don't need me.
Yeah, you are definitely not the mentoring type. He's like, listen, fuck y'all.
Yeah, well, I don't.
I'm coming to get this money. I don't know what y'all talk about. And LA is full of pigs. All right.
That's right. You don't want to be like working with people where you're like a bird and you're chewing the food and spitting it back in their mouth. I mean, you want to work with people who produce their own thing so that you check back in 6 months later and they're doing something really cool that you can connect to, and you're doing things that they can connect to. You want to work with people who are capable of working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to have to do no hand holding with somebody. It's a difference between that and actually kind of giving somebody advice or mentoring or taking them under.
Right.
But some people who just want you to actually do it for them, no.
Starts crossing into a nodal line where it's like, wait a minute, this thing is no longer, this isn't mentorship anymore. This is like, I'm your agent for no reason. Like, you know, like,
Yeah, you just running all over me. I don't like this one. No, you just said bend over and take.
so do you have any books or anything, any product, any CDs, anything that you're doing right now?
Yes, my books are available for purchase on my website, alexthegreat.com. I spell the with an A, because if you just put Alex the Great, you're gonna find a bunch of old dead white men, and that's not me. But anyway, yeah, I love you. Support my work. My baby book is called Black Souls Dance on Beat. It's a collection of my poems, and it's an amazing work.
I believe it.
No, go back over there. She is full on naked. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. So dance on beat and your website is like alexthegreat.com.
Yes.
All right, everyone check out alexthegreat.com. And where can if colleges still want to book you on their Zooms, they can still do that, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Do that.
Go to the website and fill in the contact page, and I'll get back to you, email you there. And I host an open mic called Random Expressions, and we doing it virtually now. It's on IG Live. The page is Random Expressions Open Mic. Hey, I'm not playing. Go put your clothes on. And yeah, we had our first virtual show last weekend, and then the next one is going to be a slam on May 2nd. So we do that first and third Saturdays at 8 Central Time. So yeah, hosting that, trying to keep busy. And then I've been doing 30 for 30. Yeah, more power to me. I've tried it so many times. I haven't gotten past day 12. So we hope I can stay on.
If you do any like Facebook Lives where you're promoting stuff, let me know. Just inbox me.
Okay.
And I'll share it to keep the promotion going. So everybody,
I'm actually going to do a live stream, a live show next Wednesday.
Okay.
On
I'll share
Facebook and Instagram. I'm gonna be doing poems.
All right. I'll share it for sure. I want everybody to support Alex. Make sure you book her for right now. Class is still going on. She can Zoom in and do a workshop. So just because we're locked in doesn't mean we have to be locked out. We can still we haven't lost our skills.
We always find a way to express ourselves. It's definitely a good time to keep writing for sure.
Yeah.
And practicing, honing in on your craft. So.
Well, thank you, Alex, and thank you everybody for watching. And
all right, thank you for having me. Good luck to you. Stay safe. Everybody, wash your hands. Wash your ass.